When you've been the face of the NBA for 2 decades, battled through countless playoff wars, and left a trail of broken records and defenders in your wake, few players' words carry the weight of LeBron James. So, when the king himself names the most relentless, frustrating, and physically punishing defender he's ever faced, you listen. On the latest episode of Mind the Game, the cerebral hoops-obsessed podcast hosted by LeBron and NBA legend Steve Nash, the discussion took a turn from schemes and strategy to something more primal: defense. Specifically, who gave each of them the most hell during their storied careers? For LeBron, the answer came without hesitation, and it wasn't a household name among younger fans. Metta Sandiford-Artest, LeBron said, eyes wide, his voice mixing admiration with a hint of trauma. Man, one of the best defenders I've ever played against. Now, if you're scratching your head and wondering who that is, you might know him better as Ron Artest, the same fierce competitor who helped the Lakers win the 2010 NBA title. The same enforcer who once locked horns with some of the game's greatest scorers, and the same man behind one of the most infamous moments in league history, the malice at the palace. But beyond the headlines and altercations, Sandiford-Artest's basketball resume is stacked, especially on the defensive end. Really good with his hands, laterally strong, built like a tank. Strong as an ox, man, LeBron said, recounting his early clashes with Sandiford-Artest when the latter was anchoring the Indiana Pacers defense in the mid-2000s. I played him in my early years, back when he was with Indiana. It was challenging, real challenging. He made you earn everything. For LeBron, a player known for slicing through defenses like a hot knife through butter, to describe a defender with such reverence speaks volumes. This is someone who's gone toe-to-toe with the likes of Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler, Bruce Bowen, Tony Allen, all elite defenders in their own right. Yet it was Artest, or rather Metta, who stood tallest in LeBron's mind. Even Steve Nash, a two-time MVP and one of the purest point guards in league history, chimed in with a grin. "Solid granite," he said. The dude was a rock. Let's not forget, Metta Sandiford-Artest's credentials are no joke. Over a rugged 17-year NBA career, he was named to the NBA All-Defensive First Team twice, and the second team another 2 times. In 2004, the same year LeBron was just a bright-eyed rookie with sky-high expectations, Artest won NBA Defensive Player of the Year honors. That season, he helped lead the Pacers to the best record in the league, while routinely locking down the opposition's top scoring threat. He wasn't just a good defender, he was a nightmare, tough, physical, unrelenting. Sandiford-Artest was the kind of player who didn't just try to stop you, he tried to break your spirit. And he had the build and mentality to do it. At 6 feet 6 inches, 260 pounds, with the agility of a guard and the strength of a power forward, he blurred the lines between perimeter stopper and paint enforcer. For LeBron, who came into the league as a teenager with superhuman strength and elite athleticism, few defenders ever had the tools to make him uncomfortable. But Metta did. And make no mistake, this wasn't just about brute strength. Sandiford-Artest had impeccable timing, incredibly active hands, and a high basketball IQ. He could read plays, beat you to spots, and make driving lanes disappear in a heartbeat. In a modern era where offense dominates the highlight reels and defenders often become footnotes, it's refreshing, even poetic, to see LeBron, arguably the greatest offensive weapon of this generation, tip his cap to someone who built his legacy on stopping greatness. And it adds to the legend of Metta Sandiford-Artest, who remains one of the most complex, polarizing, and misunderstood players of his time. Yes, there were the outbursts, the suspensions, the name changes. But behind it all was a guy who gave everything on the court, especially on defense. He didn't just guard you, he hunted you. He made you feel every dribble, every jab step, every second of the shot clock. And now, years removed from those bruising battles, LeBron James still remembers, vividly. So while Metta Sandiford-Artest might not show up on every GOAT defender list, don't let the headlines or box scores fool you. The king himself has spoken. And when LeBron talks, the basketball world listens.